It's John Ebenezy with RotoWire. We're talking 4 rookies that you need to have in 2025. First up, let's go with Omarion Hampton from the LA Chargers. ADP 44, RB 17, currently preseason ranked. Yes, I know Omarion Hampton's one of the bigger rookies to watch for 2025, but I didn't include Ashton Genty because of the price tag that you're going to have to pay. But Hampton, it's respectable. You're looking at a 4th-round draft pick for him, roughly. That's an RB2 status, depending on where you go with your first 3 picks. He was a stud at UNC. Back-to-back 1,500-yard, 15-tutty seasons with the Tar Heels. He should be getting plenty of touches in his first year in LA. Najee Harris obviously had the injury to his eye, but regardless of that, I think Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman realized how special and talented this kid's going to be. He's going to get plenty of touches in both the rush, and I think he's going to get a little bit more than people might think in the receiving game as well. We saw last year how the Chargers really went run heavy, which allowed Justin Herbert to be ultra efficient in 2024. And I think Omarion Hampton is going to actually have a really good season, and I would pay that 4th-round price for him. This is a rookie that could end up being a superstar this year and then ultimately becomes a 2nd-round pick next summer. Next up, let's go with McMillan for the Carolina Panthers. ADP 64, wide receiver 29. I think what's ended up happening here is Dave Canales decided he wants his next Mike Evans. Obviously, Canales coached Mike Evans when he was the OC in Tampa, and he saw what he loved from the Arizona product here, and that's why he went to go get him in this past draft. He's a big 1v1 winner, 6'4" tower out on the edge. I think if Bryce Young continues to develop and picks up where he left off last year, this could be a really good year for McMillan. This is somebody that I think is ultimately going to have the offense flow through him in the pass game. Yes, Jalen Coker, somebody that I'm excited about as well, is somebody that could ultimately end up being a big playmaker if he's able to stay healthy and keep his head on straight. And, Adam Thielen, still Adam Thielen, but he's getting up there, getting long in the tooth. So I wouldn't expect too much more from Thielen in terms of what he was in Minnesota 5 years ago. I think McMillan's got a shot to be a really good producer in fantasy. So he's looking at around a 6th, maybe a 7th-round pick. Definitely somebody I'd probably be looking a little bit more as a wide receiver 3 at this juncture. Maybe he is the new Mike Evans. Only time will tell. If you enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And right now, RotoWire is going to give you 15% off of any product at rotowire.com. This includes our fantasy football rankings, draft kit, and access to our experts for those tough start-sit decisions on Sunday mornings. Use code YouTube15 at checkout. Moving on down here, let's go with one of my favorite players in the NFL, Cam Ward. I'm not a huge college football guy, but I really started getting into it a lot more last year, and I watched every single one of Miami's games because of Cam Ward. Did have a Heisman ticket on there, so that had something to do with it. But Cam Ward's not even the favorite for offensive rookie of the year. I think that's ludicrous. You're getting him north of 3-1. But I think fantasy-wise, Cam Ward is going to be very valuable. Currently ADP 178, QB 25. He had a Heisman type of year last year, but the thing I love about him, he's very Michael Penix-esque. He's a little bit older. He's been in college for a lot longer. He's in his mid-20s, but he's very mature. He can make all the throws. He's poised. And this is a guy that I think can be an immediate impact producer as soon as he steps out on the field. The big thing is here for Tennessee, he's got some supporting cast members. Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears, Calvin Ridley, Chigakonkwo, Tyler Lockett's come and joined over from Seattle. And I think Cam Ward's somebody that can ultimately make his team around him even better. Obviously, quarterbacks in fantasy football is a little bit tough, and I don't know if I'd expect Ward to be an every week plug and play, but I definitely think as a QB2, there's going to be matchups where I'm going to want Cam Ward, especially if Tennessee ultimately decides that the offense is going to flow through him and they might go a little bit heavier with the pass-heavy attack approach. So I think Cam Ward's definitely somebody I'm looking at in the double-digit rounds as a stash, as a QB2. And I think this is a guy that can actually have a great rookie year, probably win the rookie of the year. Last but not least, RJ Harvey with Denver, ADP 60, RB 22, absolute stud at UCF last year, coming off a 1,577 yard, 22 score season. He's got the inside track as Denver's RB1. It's a muddy backfield right now, but I think as the rookie with a lot of promise, he's drawn a lot of favor with Sean Payton. And we know about Sean Payton if you've been doing fantasy football long enough. RBs have almost always done well inside his offense. And I think RJ Harvey, who's really shown a little bit of polish here in the receiving game as well, is somebody that looks pretty good as the RB1 in Denver with the offense building around. Bo Nix took a huge step last year, got some weapons there on the outside. I feel like Harvey is definitely a guy that, say you miss out on Omarion Hampton, you could look and target RJ Harvey as maybe an RB3 a couple of rounds later, whether you're an RB0 kind of strategizer or not. I feel like RJ Harvey is definitely a guy that I got my eyes on for my fantasy football team here in 2020.